some cliches are good. They're cliches are cliche for a reason. Maybe this is more accurately categorized as an aphorism, I think. I'll have to Google it afterwards. But the idea of giving up the end, letting go of the outcome, faith over fear. That's something that you can say it and it just sounds like a cliche. It sounds like it doesn't, it's just like, ugh, not relevant, useless. If you were to say that to someone who is going through some shit, if you're stuck in something, then it's just one baby step at a time, just one, sometimes it's even just minute to minute or even second to second of just focus to be able to get through something. Like you can't think about anything else. Faith. Faith is the most potent element of human existence. That system of down. And if you really follow that to the letter, it should and it can eliminate all forms of anxiety, fear, worry, all that BS. It allows you to be fully in the moment. If you give up the end, if you're aligned on the right path, then you don't have to worry about the outcome because you're doing the right thing. I think that to do that appropriately, you're going to have to adopt some sort of a religious, metaphysical, spiritual outlook. And I think you should do that. And if you're going to do that, you might as well adhere or at least look to and try out some of the methods that have already been established. Look to establish religion. Like if it's very difficult to just reinvent the wheel and everything. There are pilgrimages, that you can do. There are retreats that you can do, places that you can go to spend time in silence, in isolation, fasting, and people should do those things that our culture has already established for us. And I think if you're stuck like I've been, like I got to a point one time, like really just locked up. Didn't see a way forward, didn't know what to do, very worried and just thinking, it was all thinking about what do I need to do and or what I thought I was supposed to do. And what I did was, in this specific time, turned off my phone, went into the woods for like 4 days, slept in my car, didn't go on the internet or anything, just went hiking, eating, reading books, cut out a lot. I was by myself, not interacting with anyone. Great time. And I realized that all this crap that I'd been worrying about was really irrelevant. And that's one of the most important things about doing stuff like that. And going out there and having like a physical experience. Isolation, fasting, that's really physical. It's spiritual, it's very physical. A pilgrimage, walking long distances for many days. That's a spiritual thing, a pilgrimage, it's very physical. And I believe at its core, that's like extreme endurance stuff, and climbing mountains is more akin to that type of stuff than like, oh, I'm just playing sports, this is sport. It's very spiritual, but it's very physical, same thing. And if you have an experience like that, you realize all this stuff that you're worried about, all the stuff that you think you need is not that important, and you don't need it to feel okay inside with yourself, with God, whatever. But you have to go and do these things. You can't just think about it, and you can't just like there's some things you can't just think and talk your way in or out of. You really have to go do stuff, and you really have to put yourself out there, because your environment dictates so much of how you think and how you feel. A lot of what you think matters. You know, I've noticed there's times it's like even when I'm living in places that like not even like the big city, I used to live in New York City. I couldn't imagine doing that now. But living in like smaller cities, thinking there's not a lot going on, then I go off into the woods, and you just realize like how much bullshit is going on 24/7. There's just so much information, so much stimulus coming at you 24/7. If you remove yourself from that, at first you just realize like how much is going on, and then you realize how much it affects you, and you realize just how peaceful it is to be alone and be silent. And it gives you the opportunity to be able to be okay with just being yourself. But anyway, I'm trying to keep these videos under 5 minutes. Go for a walk in the woods. Just kidding. I love you.